Good evening, everyone. How are you? Welcome to this Get the Gloss Masterclass, all about getting better skin for life. I'm Victoria. I'm editorial director of Get the Gloss, and I'm delighted to host this class with the co-founders of Katherine Daniels, Donna and Kirsty, who are above me, I think. Donna, hi.
Hi, everyone.
And Kirsty, hi.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Oh, so just a bit of housekeeping before we start, before I hand over to Donna and Kirsty. We're going to do quite a few fun things this evening. We're going to start with a bit of, Donna and Kirsty are going to introduce themselves. Then we're going to find out, do a little bit of skincare or skin myth busting. We're going to see a few kind of before and after pictures of what can really happen when you learn your skin type and learn really what the simple steps with in the hands of an expert as to how to nourish your skin back to health. And then we're going to do a facial with the products that I hope you've all received in your goodie bag. Apologies if not, the post, as you know, is a little bit unpredictable at the moment, but they're rest assured they're winging their way here. So up to you if you want to have video on, video off. Please put any questions in the chat as we go. We'd love to know your skincare concerns, anything that you want me to raise while Donna and Kirsty are talking. There'll be time for questions at the end, of course, so I will go through and I'll pick out your questions, but please do ask as we go as well. We've also got Tiffany from Katherine Daniels on the chat here, and any specific product inquiries, she'll be responding to that. So I think I should stop talking now and hand over to Donna and Kirsty. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Victoria. It's lovely to be here. Thank you for having us. My name's Kirsty. I am a beauty therapist. I studied beauty therapy when I was 18. So for over 30 years now, my whole career has been within the beauty industry. And together, Donna and I launched Katherine Daniels in 2013. So it's been a full journey. It's been a career-led journey and has brought us round to being able to have our own skincare brand.
And it has taken us really the 22 years to get to this point. So we hope you love everything that we've got in the pot, and we hope to educate you tonight.
Well, such experience in front of us. I mean, you've treated thousands of women people over the years, and you've got 200 salons. So, you know, your expertise is spreading. But just before we start, people might be wondering, where is Katherine Daniels? Do you want to just say the name?
Oh, who is Katherine Daniels? Oh, well, Katherine Daniels is two real people, and we had the product, didn't we? We had everything good to go, but we didn't have a brand as such. And like many women who are trying to have a career and be mothers, we started Katherine Daniels, and then babies would come along and we'd park it, and then we'd go back to it. And, you know, the story goes on. I'm sure it's the same for lots of people. And my youngest son, who's called Daniel, I was feeding him at about 3 o'clock one morning, that feed that we all dread, and the name sort of came to me. And both Katherine, my daughter, and Daniel are
my godchildren.
Yes,
well, that's nice.
And real family affair.
Yeah, unfortunately, K and D for Kirsty and Donna. So.
Oh, brilliant.
We didn't really actually like Kirsty and Donna.
No, it didn't. It didn't sound good.
Brilliant.
No,
okay, great. So tell us a bit about what we're going to do this evening.
So this evening, we are going to have a look at some of the most common skincare myths, and we're going to bust those myths for you. It'll be good to understand what you think your skin type is. So we'll invite you to pop that in the chat function, not because we want to know to be able to tell you you're wrong, but I think it's really good to understand and see it written down, and hopefully, you know, we can alleviate any pains that you're having with your skin and your skincare. We've got the wonderful glow getting facial, which we're going to do. I'm going to do that for you this evening, so hopefully you'll all join in and do it with me. And then we've got some wonderful before and after pictures to show you, just to show you how well the products do work when you're putting the right product on the right skin type. And we'll round up with a question and answer session for you.
Perfect. Should we kick off with some myths?
We can kick off with some myths, but first I'd really like to talk to you about why it's important. When we talk about most skincare brands, they talk about treating the symptoms of what's going wrong with the skin. At Katherine Daniels, Kirsty and I really believe that if you truly want results, you've got to look after the skin first and then look after the symptoms. So rather than just treat spots, blackheads, if we look at the underlying causes of that, put that right, then everybody gets better skin for life quicker. And so that's really where we would like to start from. And so we look at skin type first, then the skin condition of skin according to lifestyle, climate, environment, and also what we do to skin, because we're not always as kind as we might be.
No.
And we can make some big mistakes and go on making them. And so our aim tonight is to help you consider your own skin type and your own skin needs, not through an influencer, not through a magazine, but somebody that can help you truly understand your skin. And that's our aim. We believe everybody deserves to love the skin they're in and give everybody better skin for life. So if we do nothing else tonight but help you with that, we'll be very happy.
Can I just add, which I forgot to say in my introduction, that did I mention the virtual skin bar?
No.
Afterwards, which I should say, each and every one of you is invited for a one-to-one free Zoom consultation with Donna to understand your skin type and try and find out which are the right products for you. So we'll be sending, and there'll be a discount code too on anything you buy. We'll be sending that tomorrow with the recording, so you can go back over it, and the link to the virtual skin bar, so you can sign up there for your one-to-one session.
Can I just add, Victoria, that this isn't an aim to sell loads of product. It's about getting people to understand their own skin type and buy the right things rather than the wrong things time and time again. We've all wasted an awful lot of money on skincare. I have in the past, I'm sure you have, and Victoria, I'm sure you have. We had this discussion about treating what we think we need to treat rather than what's actually the cause of the problem. And so that's our aim, to help you consider your skincare, help you save money, declutter and get rid of the myths that we're talking about.
Yeah. And I think what's really important to understand is that if you can treat the cause of the problem, the symptoms that you see on the surface of your skin will be corrected a lot more quickly, and your skin will behave in a much nicer way for you. I think, quite often it's about, maybe you see redness. How do we get rid of the redness? Well, there's an underlying reason why your skin's red. We need to treat that underlying reason. And that really is what Katherine Daniels is all about. So whatever pain points you have, there is going to be an answer. It's not an overnight magic cure. It's not a magic lotion or potion. It is about getting your skin functioning properly for itself, and then you'll get the biggest and the best results that you will ever have from your skin. And moving forward as well, it's a good way to think about it.
So if we look at skin types first, that in reality, there are only two true skin types. So you either have a dry skin or a drier skin or an oily skin or a very oily skin. What we can't have is dry and oily together. So when we look at dry skin, for instance, it's a genetic skin type. So it's what you were born with. However, that dry skin type can have lots of conditions. So it can become dehydrated, sensitive, it can get pigmentation, and ultimately it will age. Therefore, the same goes for oily skin. It can have blackheads, open pores, spots, but it contains that really rich sebum content that actually, if it's looked after properly rather than being stripped, it will look after you and won't age as quickly as a dry skin. And so what we have to look at is what we know we've got and then see what else was caused it. So when we look at what causes the problems in the skin, lots of times it is one, from neglect, not understanding how to look after the skin, how to clean it properly. People think that putting lots of alcohol on the skin or AHAs is going to clean it. It's a myth. We need to treat it gently, clean it gently, but thoroughly and regularly, not strip it of every ounce of moisture that it's possibly got. And therefore, if we treat it more gently, it will behave in a much more normal way. So when we look at oily skin, for instance, and we use those high alcohol products, what we're doing is literally destroying our natural acid mantle. When that's destroyed, it allows bacteria to breed and more spots and blackheads to come. And so therefore, our oily skin clients go from one product range to another because it all does exactly the same thing, strips the oil and therefore causes more bacteria, more blackheads, more spots. So we really need to step back, treat the skin, clean it really properly, but gently, and therefore put the right product on the right skin. So if we look at some of the myths and magics that we've got, so if we look at the
okay, so these are your myths coming up. So Donna, I have open pores. This means I've got oily skin.
Unfortunately, you get more open pores through dehydration than you do through oil. Generally speaking, if an oily skin has got clean pores, because it's actually producing the oil that is actually cleaning your skin. When you get blackheads, it's because the skin's been stripped and therefore dehydrated, more blackheads, more spots.
Okay. I have spots, so therefore I need to treat my skin as oily.
Another myth, I'm afraid. We're really looking at spots as cleaning your skin for you. Most spots are ingrown hairs. So on every pore, every follicle on your face has a hair in it. And the hair grows through 3 stages. When the hair is visible or not, you can't see it, then it allows for the acid mantle to distribute itself evenly over the skin. The hair goes through the 3 stages. As I've said, it'll go dormant and it falls out. When the hair's fallen out, it allows for dead skin cells to build up over the pore, and then the pore gets blocked. Excuse me, sorry. The hair germinating cells carry on, and the spacious gland gets full, and there's your whitehead. Sorry.
Cool. Okay, so I don't wear makeup, so I don't need to cleanse my skin.
Makeup can actually give you another layer of protection. I'm sorry, I'm going to move. I'm going to carry on with that.
Okay. So makeup does give you another layer of protection to your skin. So wearing makeup will protect your skin from dirt and pollution. But it does mean that you need to take it off. You need to cleanse your skin in a much more thorough way than without it. But your skin naturally will produce oils and it will collect pollution and bacteria throughout the day. So whether you're wearing makeup or not, you do have to thoroughly cleanse your skin. Obviously, what you see coming off your skin is going to be the dirt from the day, not the dirt from the day and the makeup together. And the next question is, or the next myth is, I have oily skin, so I don't need to use a moisturizer.
I'm so sorry. I've been talking and training for the last 2 days and I've run out of voice. I do apologise. Right, so I have oily skin, so I don't need a moisturiser. Was that the one? Myth, oily skin, again, needs mattifying, but it does need hydration. And what we wouldn't do is put a lot of oil back into that skin, but lots of water, lots of hydrating products.
Okay, and finally, I have a combination skin type. My skin is a combination of dry cheeks and oily T-zone.
Almost impossible. You can only have one skin type, and both oily skin and dry skin are genetic skin types. So therefore, is it really logical that you've got no oil here and far too much oil here? And so it's much more likely that if you truly have an oily T-zone, then your cheeks are dehydrated, not oil dry.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, shall we have a look at some before and afters?
What do you want to do? Should we do the facial first, Victoria? Is that what we?
If you like, yes. So I'm sure I'm back. I'm sure you're all itching to try your products and have a look at what this, this proper thorough cleansing looks like. Because it's not just a question of putting on products and taking them off. So if you'd like to do the facial along with Kirsty and Donna, you might just want to grab yourself a bowl of water, and I think there's a cloth in there. There's this in your kit, if you've got your kit. Yeah, so you might just want a bowl of water and a towel. So we'll just give everyone like 1 minute to go and
maybe a mirror, Victoria, if they've got one handy.
A mirror.
Maybe a mirror if it's handy.
Yeah. And maybe we'll just give everybody a minute to settle. But maybe I could put one of the questions that we've got in the chat.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try and take the shortest one. Dry dark circles under the eyes. Any tips for dark circles? Any short tips for dark circles?
It's dehydration mainly. The eyes have got three main problems. One, very few fat cells, very poor circulation, and very poor lymph. The lymph picks up what the blood can't carry, so everything gets coagulated. So a good eye cream that obviously has some lubricant in it so that you can massage the area, and also to drink plenty of water. Dark circles can also come from the liver being very sluggish, so hot water and lemon juice in the morning.
Perfect. Great. So eye cream, hot water, lemon juice, massage.
Yeah. And massage all of your products in well.
Yeah.
You know, everything will work from the surface of the skin. It works better if you push it into your skin.
Perfect.
So
a little bit of time. How to do that shortly. Right. Yeah. Shall we get into the facial? This is exciting.
Yes. Exactly. So I'm going to do the facial. I'm going to wear this headband because what we need to make sure when we're cleansing our skin is that we're going to go right up to the hairline. If your hair's there, you're going to avoid it. You're not going to want to get your fringe wet. So excuse me while I do this. And then I'm also going to take off my jacket so that I can also cleanse my décolleté and neck, because that is another really important part of your skin to look after every day. Not just the front of your neck, but the back of your neck. The back of your neck supports the front. So if you want this to look lovely, then you need this to be in good condition as well. So our facial routine and your cleansing routine every day should come from the top of the bust upwards. So with that, I'm going to take my jacket off. It looks like I'm naked. I have got clothes on, everybody.
I promise you she has.
And I've got a sports day tan, which is quite an interesting look. So, right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove my makeup. So in your pack, you have got the Miracle Cleansing Jelly. So Donna, just tell everybody about the packaging very quickly.
This is the newest generation of airless packaging. So if we turn the pack around, you can see that there's a little hole that says around it, press here. So the packaging obviously is airless. Inside this tube is a plastic bag. Inside the plastic bag is the product. As we dispense the product, we put our finger over the hole, flip the lid and pour the product into our hand, and therefore it's airless. So as we depress that little hole, the plastic bag shrinks to make sure that you get the freshest possible product and every last molecule out of the tube.
So you have to cut your tube open and get another week's worth at the bottom. It will all come out.
Okay.
Okay. So I've got some here. I'm going to remove my eye makeup with the Miracle, and Donna will talk you through whilst I'm doing it.
So this is Miracle Cleansing Jelly. To remove waterproof eye makeup and long wear lasting mascara, the way Kirsty's doing it is really, really lovely. What it will do is melt the makeup so that it's easily removed. Miracle Cleansing Jelly is a balm to oil. So as you work with this product, it starts off really quite thick, like a jelly-like texture. As it warms in our hands and starts to melt the makeup, it goes into a really silky oil. And it's one of our many multi-textured products. We believe in multitasking products as well. So this Miracle Cleansing Jelly was actually introduced firstly for those people that wanted something to remove easily long wear makeup. Now, when a foundation promises to be on the skin for 24 hours, you know that it's going to be difficult to get off. Miracle Cleansing Jelly is the answer to that. So one, we remove the mascara and the eyeliner and make sure that the eye is clean, and then we're going to cleanse the skin. Now, this product isn't particularly great for people that wear false lashes or individual false lashes, and therefore because it's an oil, it will melt the glue. So we recommend that we would use micellar face and eye makeup for those people, and make sure that those people are actually cleansing their eyelashes. Very often people are so scared of losing their eyelashes that they don't actually clean them, and you can end up with dead skin cells and quite sore eyes if you don't.
So I'm just using the micellar on this eye. And remember also to clean through your eyebrows. And again, we are wearing a lot of long wear eyebrow makeup. Put it on, it's got to come off. But also, if you have had semi-permanent makeup done on your brows, if you look after your brows, look after the skin under your brows, then the colour will last so much longer.
Okay, now Kirsty's got perfectly clean eyes, so we're going to go into cleansing of the face, neck and décolleté. As Kirsty said, we strongly believe that the earlier you start to look after the skin on the chest and neck, you're delaying problems for the future. Very often you will see ladies on the beach where you've got a real crisscross of skin that looks very different from the skin on the face. And this is because it's not until this starts to age that we very often think we might choose to look after it. So start now and you'll save up a load of problems for the future. So Kirsty's applied the product. Within seconds, it will warm to your skin, and then you can start to move with it. It goes to a really silky gel, silky oil. Include the back of your neck and the front. Always upward movements, lady. Remember, we're fighting gravity, so we don't want to give it a hand by pushing all our movements down. And then we're going to add a few drops of water to turn it into a milk. This makes it really easy to remove. So just a few more drops of water and you can really see that milk starting to happen. I hope you can see that. You certainly will be able to see that for yourselves at home.
And I noticed that, you know, you spend a lot of time working it in, and that's really important. People forget that you know, the working it in is the key part. And also, hopefully now we're all wearing sun cream, and sun cream is designed not to come off. We don't, you know, we don't want sun cream to come off. That even if we're not wearing makeup, we've got product on our skin that, you know, really needs to come off at night.
Yeah,
certainly.
absolutely.
Because of even having that shield on your skin, it's not stopping the pollutants from getting onto your skin. Well, it is stopping it getting onto your skin, but it's still there on top of the SPF. So it is really important to make sure that you get rid of all dirt and debris and the SPF to allow your skin to breathe at night as well.
So a lot of people will say, well, I just wash my face with water and it's fine. What would you say to that? Is water fine?
Well, it's really rinsing your face. So if you consider just rinsing your dishes, just rinsing your hair, would that be clean?
That's true, yeah.
So water's, you know, water as a rinsing agent is great, but it's not a cleaner. So a cleanser for the right, you need the right product for the right job. And so again, you know, people ask me, well, if I got away with one product, what would it be? Well, if you think about everything that's under your kitchen sink, can one, let's just say washing up liquid, can washing up liquid clean the whole of your house? And the chances are, no, it can't. So you need the right product for the right reasons. You wouldn't put Pledge on your windows and things like that. So I know it's a bit of an analogy, but as I say, you get the right product on the right skin at the right time to do the right job, you'll get the results.
So I'm just going now for my second cleanse. Your first cleanse will remove your makeup. Your second cleanse will clean your skin. So it is really important that you do this at night time. And even if you're not wearing makeup, you need to really cleanse your skin properly. And then in the morning, you can just do a single cleanse over. And this is a great product to use in the shower as well. And what I tend to do with this before I get in the shower is I put it onto my skin, I massage it around, and then when I'm in the shower, I use a mitt. I don't put my head under the water. It's like red hot needles damaging your skin. So with a mitt in the shower and take it all off again. Okay, so it does make for a really nice, refreshing shower cleanser.
And all the while you're massaging with that product, you're actually energizing the skin. You're increasing circulation, you're aiding the lymphatic drainage and energizing the skin. So everything's going to be working. It's really about waking your skin up.
Yeah, brilliant.
But with any wash off product, the rinsing is really important. So do make sure you do it thoroughly. What you don't want is a lot of build up of product left on the skin. Cleanser is meant to come off and make sure it is off thoroughly. Now, before the next stage, ladies, would you like to, you're going to put your mitt back in your bowl, but now it's dirty. So can you just change your water and rinse your mitt out and then come back and we'll start with the exfoliation.
Okay, so while we'll maybe take another question while we're waiting then. We've done dark circles under the eyes. Somebody's saying they've got high colour on their cheeks, which sometimes also flares up with localised small spots, and she's at a loss as to how to deal with this. So high colour on the cheeks and spots. Do you see that much? What might that be?
Yes, we see that so much, and more recently, it is a growing problem. It is a sensitive issue. It sounds like first stage rosacea, and so again, your client really needs to be very gentle with her skin. Lots of protection. The creams that are in that hamper or goodie bag, as you like to call it, will be ideal for her. Miracle Cleansing Jelly is the best, but again, no harsh rubbing, no scrubbing with harsh and aggressive products. Really gentle does it, and she'll find that the redness will go down, as will the inflammation that's associated with it.
Yeah. And don't forget, you can see Kirsty and Donna at the virtual Donna with your free one-to-one consultation at the virtual skin bar, and we'll send details as to how to access that, so you can ask any more personal questions in a little bit more detail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we're moving on. I'm going to exfoliate my skin. So have you got the exfoliator? Yeah, it's at the end there. So it's the exfoliating gel that you've got in your goodie bag. And
again, this is a dual textured exfoliator. It doesn't contain any grains. Again, it goes on as a thick gel and it warms with the heat of your hands and your skin. The active ingredient comes from red algae, and it dissolves the glue that holds the dead skin cells to the surface of the skin, rather than damaging good skin cells at the same time as eliminating dead ones. So again, you can just apply it, leave it for 5 minutes, again, agitate it with light effleurage, get it really nice and silky, and then rinse it well away. Again, the rinsing is really important.
And how often would you do this? Once a week?
No more than twice a week. On a sensitive skin, we advise once a week. And on a skin that's got build-up of dead skin cells or underlying congestion or a problematic skin, can use it twice.
I think there is quite a trend, isn't there, for daily exfoliating, and that can lead to some terrible damage to the skin, can't it?
Again, and you know, it is as if when you look at things that have got beads or grains in, a lot of exfoliators have what we call crushed up fruit stones, so peach kernels, apricot kernels. And if you've ever tried to smash one of those kernels, it is really quite hard. You'd have to hit it with a hammer and you would be left with sharp shards that literally cut your skin. So we don't believe in harsh and aggressive exfoliators. The AHA, all it will do is dissolve the glue that's holding those dead skin cells to the surface of the skin. Then the new skin cells will regenerate more easily and leave you with a fresh complexion.
But even if you were to use something like this every day, it would be too much.
Yes.
Your skin can't produce enough dead cells for you to remove every day. So what you end up doing is starting to work on healthy cells, and an exfoliator is to remove dead cells. It's not to aggravate healthy cells. So this is beautifully smooth. So the lady who asked about her red sensitive cheeks and the spots through, this will be perfect, because you're not going to aggravate the skin at all. But if you do like to feel a mechanical scrub, so if you are used to a scrubbing action from a product, then in your kit you've got these, and you can just, once it's gone to an oil phase, then.
And these are pure silicone, so they can't damage good skin. All it will do is make it feel so that you've had the feeling of a good exfoliation, rather than the damaging exfoliation that we know can happen. And they're really flexible. They're lovely, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They feel nice.
Perfect. Great.
Okay,
and
so
remember your.
Yes, remember the back of your neck and your décolleté, and always in an upward motion. So when we've got that nice silky texture, we can then remove it. It's done its work. And we're going to be thorough with this as well. So with your clean water and your mitts, make sure you remove every bit thoroughly. So use both sides of your mitts. If in doubt, you can turn them inside out and use them the other way around. Just to make sure that you've got everything off.
Brilliant. Great.
So we're nice and clean and exfoliated.
Really glowy.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would we do next?
We're going to massage next with the product that's actually in a sachet in your kits called Nurturing Night Balm. And as its name suggests, it is best used at night. It works with your melatonin, so it works hardest when you're sleeping. But it's also very nurturing and nourishing for skin. So ideal to put back what nature's taken out. It's full of antioxidants, omegas 3, 6, 7, and 9. It's packed with vitamins A, C, and E, and B3. And it also contains a sirtuin booster. Sirtuin are the longevity proteins of the skin. So it gives your skin longer, happier life.
And of course, because we've exfoliated and cleansed really well, as you said, it's going to give these fantastic ingredients much more of a chance to work, because if they're not having to get through kind of dead stuff.
No barriers, exactly.
All the kind of build up that you've left on, yeah.
And this contains an ingredient called rose oil as well, which is packed full of the omegas, as I've said, but it also makes it a great permeator of product. So what that means is that all your powerful antioxidants are really getting deeper into the skin and making sure that all that free radical damage is destroyed. So again, healthy cells live longer and look better.
Perfect. Great.
Again, using upward movements. Really don't be frightened to massage your skin. That's why you have a facial at a salon, to make sure that you get the energy back into the skin with the nutrients that it needs. If you can massage for 5 minutes, brilliant. If you can massage for 10 minutes, even better. And make sure that you look after yourself, look after the shoulders, really make the most of this you time. And we all need this me time now, don't we? We need to be nurtured. We've had a long time with nobody looking after us. And I always say, if we don't look after ourselves, nobody else will. But when you've really massaged that into the skin, you'll feel that it goes to the texture of a serum. So it will all disappear if you've massaged long enough. And then we're going to remove it and apply our concentrates and creams.
So this is
I'm quite jealous.
Mask, is it? So what, you said you're going to remove that cream. Is that like
yes.
a mask essentially that you leave on for 10 minutes?
It's a night balm. So it's if you were doing it at night, you'd leave it on. As we're doing part of a facial, then we're going to put our treatment products at the end. So this is something that you could do for yourself every week, but this is also a product that you could use at night 3 or 4 times a week and leave it on. It's just that we're taking you through a facial routine that is easy to follow, but will give you great results as well.
If I was doing this at home in the evening, I wouldn't take this off. I'd just put my cream on over the top of it. But we'll show you what to do if you want to, you know, give your skin that wonderful glow before you go to a party or a barbecue or something. Then this is
your go-to.
Do. Okay,
yeah,
I will leave it there.
So glowy, it looks amazing. Okay, great.
I hope everybody's enjoying this. I'm feeling quite jealous right now.
Okay, so we're just removing that.
Yes. And again, nice and thoroughly. And the next product I'd like you to get out of your goodie bags is your rehydrating concentrate. And as its name suggests, so we've nourished and nurtured the skin. What we're going to do with this product, you're going to use about half of this sachet, is going to really deeply hydrate your skin. And this contains an awful lot of powerful antioxidants. We've got hyaluronic acid and alginate. They form an invisible gauze over the seal of your skin. It repairs the skin barrier. So from what you've done in the past to strip your skin, it will heal the skin barrier, reduce open pores. It will help and alleviate underlying congestion. But as well as that, it contains an amino acid complex that drips feeds your skin for between 8 and 12 hours. Now, again, as Kirsty said, it needs to be in the skin to work. So it's a really light fluid, more like an emulsion than a serum.
It's quite milky.
And again, it's safe over the eyes and lips.
So great for your lady with the dehydrated eyes as well.
Dark circle lady.
So this is going to really, really make a big difference. It is fabulous and goes into the skin beautifully. And then we're going to use an eye cream. Now you don't have an eye cream, sadly, in your packs, but I will just show you how to apply.
The multitasking eye.
Could we use any of the products as an eye cream that we do have? You said one was fine for lips and eyes. Could we use that?
That's a rehydrating concentrate. Yes, perfectly safe around.
Yeah.
But it's got no moist lipid in it at all. So it's pure hydration. So if you've got lines and wrinkles and dryness, then you do need something with a lipid.
So just to clarify, lipids are oils and hydration is water, and skin needs both.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So the multitasking iron lip, again, is multitasking. People don't really want 3 or 4 products to do exactly the same thing. So this eye cream will target lines, wrinkles, puffiness, dark circles, eyelid droop, and the little lines around your mouth as well as help with the texture of your lips. It's got quite a cushioning action. It feels like a primer, primer, but it's got the texture of a serum. So it is lovely. It gives you that nice, everything looks better after applying it. Even the little tiny crisscross lines right in the corners of your eyes.
And really important to massage your eye cream in. It's going to, remember, everything will work on the surface of your skin. It works better
but it's in the skin.
Yeah, perfect. Oh, looks amazing.
Okay, and then you're going to choose either your sensitive skin cream or your sensitive skin rich cream. As it's nighttime, if you're not going out, I would apply the sensitive rich because it's got more nutrients in it. If you're going out and you're applying makeup over the top, probably the sensitive skin cream. The sensitive skin cream is a light textured gel, and the sensitive rich cream is, as I say, it's got more lipid in it, so more oils, and as well as treat your sensitive skin. It's got a unique ingredient in there called a neurocosmetic, and scientists have discovered the relationship between the skin, the brain, and the central nervous system, and it works on everything from all the inflammatory mediators, redness, puffiness, and inflammation and pain that goes along with sensitive skin.
Wow. We've just got a question actually while we're on the while you're applying that, Kirsty, for Donna. So Paula Cole says, really loving the sensitive cream. That's brilliant to know. she says she uses SPF every day. If her skin doesn't feel dry, is there a need for a cream under SPF, or is it fine just to apply SPF by itself?
Your treatment cream, your moisturizer, sensitive skin cream or sensitive rich cream is your treatment cream for your skin, and your SPF is your protector. So it is really important that you treat your skin and then protect it with your SPF.
So just to keep the skin barrier intact or the nurture. So you wouldn't get the nurture from an SPF, you just get the protection.
No,
so
just get protection. So you wouldn't get any treatment from an SPF, you get the...
And actually, once you layer your products, you know, lots of fine layers, well, not lots of, but 2 or 3, it will bolster your SPF. So it gives you a natural sun protection. So you will be better protected and your skin will be taken care of.
I think it's a good reminder that a moisturizer isn't just for moisturizing, it's for all sorts of other things too.
I think it is really important to understand that when we talk about skin function, we're not just looking at targeting the surface of your skin, we're looking at all of the layers of your skin to help them perform to their full potential. As we say, we're looking at the whole skin function, not just the symptoms. I think it's probably time that we had to look at what it can actually do for those before and after pictures, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I hope everyone's skin is feeling amazing. How is everyone doing? I hope you managed to follow along. So we're going to have just a short kind of look at what really looking at after your skin can do, and then we're going to have some questions. I can already see a couple of questions on pigmentation, but do keep putting your questions in the chat. So yeah, brilliant. So we've got some befores and afters here. Do you want to talk us through those?
Yes, this is Amelia. She's actually a client of one of our stockists, and just before lockdown last year, she went to Hannah for some real help and advice. Sadly, before she could get her first treatment, we had lockdown. So this is in March last year. This is what Amelia happened. What she did was just use the home care. Her concern was acne. She'd always used acne skincare products and actually not made any difference to it. And after 5 months of just using the right skincare, you can see the results of that.
Wow.
Incredible. And it's changed her life. We've got a blog about Amelia on our website, and in her words, her skin has changed her life. So that's lovely to hear as well.
Great.
Okay, and this is Donna, not me, Donna, but Donna works in our office, and as much as she didn't have any real problems with the skin, she thought it was probably as good as it could get. So she was using our products. However, she wasn't using them thoroughly, and she wasn't using everything she could really do with. And you can see that after 4 weeks of doing things properly, this is the result she got. So the lines and wrinkles on her forehead, between her eyebrows, the dark circles under her eyes, together with the pigmentation and the overall condition of the skin, this is what she got after 4 weeks of doing things properly.
Wow.
And this poor lady has suffered for an awful long time. Her background is accountancy. She never wanted to go and see clients, always ashamed of her skin. And again, with the right advice, treating the rosacea, rather than her thinking she got oily
she saw
skin.
spots, didn't she?
She saw spots and thought it was oily. It was actually rosacea. Now, and of course, the other thing that she did wrong was actually keep picking them. So we were fighting scar tissue as well. So a couple of treatments, but mainly it was the home care over lockdown that she's achieved this result. And she does look like a different woman.
Brilliant.
And this is Charlotte. She's actually one of our stockists, a salon owner. And she sent me that top photograph one night when she was in the bath. She was on maternity leave and literally sobbing. And again, her blog is on the website, isn't it?
Yeah.
And again, within
all of these ladies are actually.
All of our, yeah, they're all true results. And again, within 3 months, that's the result she's got. And actually, Charlotte's skin today looks
even better.
So again, rosacea, but treating it for the wrong skin type.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. So,
and then of course we've got Tiff, haven't we?
Yeah, so we just got Tiff. Do you want to just quickly say, because we've got a real life case study here, I'm just going to, hang on, I'm going to add you. There you go.
Hi.
So we've got a couple of minutes before we get into your questions, which are coming thick and fast. Tiffany, so
Yes, I'll be really quick.
About your experience.
Yeah, so I did a trial run, I think it was in June last year, for the virtual skin bar. And I had suffered pretty bad hormonal acne for about 6 or 7 years. And as Donna and Kirsty explained earlier, I was doing everything wrong. So I was acids, stripping my skin, too scared to use moisturizer because I was like, oh, it's just going to cause more spots. So I had my one-to-one with Donna on Zoom without my makeup and literally through all my problems, what I was experiencing and the skincare I was using. And she basically told me how wrong I was getting it.
I'll tell you off.
No, you didn't tell me off. You were like, oh, yeah, okay, so we've got this a bit wrong. And then basically helped me implement a super simple skincare regime, which was just a cleanser, the rehydrating concentrate, the rehydrating cream, and then the exfoliating gel once a week. And it has transformed my skin. I've seen dermatologists, facialists, I've been on antibiotics, and using that treatment plan for 6 months has been probably the most effective thing I've ever done. It genuinely has been amazing.
Oh wow, Tiff, thank you. That's a really powerful story. Thank you. And your skin does look great. I'm going to say goodbye to you now, but well done, Donna and Kirsty, for transforming Tiffany.
And I think that's a really good point as well, Victoria, that when you're looking at your skincare, looking at your collection in your bathroom, skincare doesn't have to be long and laborious. Skincare should be about 2 minutes in the morning and 2 minutes in the evening, with a little bit of TLC once or twice a week. And you shouldn't have to have thousands of products. 4 or 5 products is
the right products,
is all you need. And so not only does it declutter your bathroom, but it will also save you so much money on
heartache.
buying. Yeah,
because there's no pride in buying product and still not having the skin you believe you deserve, and we believe you deserve.
Yeah,
everybody deserves to love their skin.
Yeah, brilliant. So we've just got time for some questions.
Okay,
we've got a couple relating to pigmentation. So Mus said, I have pigmentation despite using SPF daily for the past few years. What else can I do? And Donata also has melasma and would like some recommendations for that.
Okay, very quickly, pigmentation only comes up because the skin is vulnerable, and it's showing you damage that's happened from the sun. It could be hormones, it could be part of the aging process. So there's many reasons. It could be from neglect in the past, using the wrong products. So the ideal thing to do is stop treating the pigmentation, strengthen your skin so that the pigmentation isn't called upon, and then you'll get better results when you do then go back to anti-pigmentation, anti-dark spot products.
So you need to take a step back from the lightening brightening that you're using at the moment, strengthen the skin. When the skin can function properly, then we can address the pigmentation.
Perfect.
But keep using SPF.
Absolutely.
Oh, always. Yes. Yeah. But remember to take it off at night as well.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Great. I hope that answered your question. We've got time for a couple more, so do keep putting in the chat. Amy's asked, she wanted to ask about the hydration treatment. Is it important that the skin is slightly damp when you apply it, like with hyaluronic acid, which obviously binds to moisture, as I understand it?
It's fine if you've toned your skin and put it straight on. What we would like is that it to be totally absorbed before you put your next stage on, which would be your treatment cream. Leave the skin damp. It doesn't actually aid it to go in because the molecular structure will go in quickly anyway.
When you say leave it to sink in, how long would that be?
not leave it, massage it in really lightly until it's completely absorbed. Seconds, really.
Yeah, it doesn't take long at all. But if you've got damp skin and you're putting on a light fluid, you can be diluting that product as well. So I would, my personal
as I say,
recommendation
I would leave it
dry.
damp with toner, not water.
Yeah.
So if it's damp with toner that's natural pH, it's not going to block the product. But if it's water, then it's usually water's about 8.5 pH. So it will actually dilute the product, as Kirsty's saying. But you don't leave it damp. I'm a bit aware. I'm aware that people say you need damp skin for hyaluronic acid, but I'm not sure of the reasons why.
Yeah, I've heard that it's because hyaluronic acid absorbs water. And do you want it to absorb the water in your skin, or is it best to give it some humidity to absorb?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they talk about hyaluronic acid absorbing water, it's when it's got a plumping action. Hyaluronic acid microspheres use moisture from the skin to plump up. So when you talk about microspheres of hyaluronic acid.
So if you're using a lip product,
like a lip plumper
with hyaluronic acid, it takes the moisture from the skin and swells up, so it pushes the skin from the inside out.
But normal hyaluronic acid, no.
No, and normal hyaluronic acid comes in 3 weights. You've got low, medium, and high weight. The lower molecular structure will get right down into the skin. The middle sits in the middle, and the largest molecules are really superficial. So so if you've got the correct weight of hyaluronic acid, then
it's fine.
Yeah. So the answer is don't need damp skin, but if you like damp skin, use a toner that's pH, the pH, your slight acid for the pH of your skin. Amrita's asking, what can I do about large open pores on my nose?
They need rehydrating, good cleansing, hydration. Again, pores are a little bit, depending on your age. I'm sorry, did you say Rita?
Amrita, yeah.
Amrita, their pores open more from dehydration than they do from oil, as we said before. By rehydrating, keep the skin clean, keep it hydrated, you'll flood those pores with moisture and they will shrink. However, sometimes if they've been open for many years, you're never going to close them completely. And very tight fine pores can actually stop you from absorbing product. So don't look at them as being ugly, but do look at them as making sure that they're working, not tightly closed. And again, try not to squeeze and hack at them.
And they're part of the aging process as well. The pores do open naturally as part of the aging process. So depending on where you are in life, it could be because of that. And of course, they're elastic, aren't they? Once they're open, products that claim to snap them closed, I think you might be disappointed, but rehydrating them will certainly help to reduce their size.
Thank you. A question about SPF. Would using anything under 50 be worthwhile, or should we always use a 50?
Again, it's you'll get mixed opinions. I think the right SPF for your skin tone, so your Fitzpatrick scale, if you're really fair, then it may be beneficial to use a 50. But you could be really dark where you only need something like a 30. Our SPF is set at a 40.9, and it is actually designed for sensitive, vulnerable skin. And we've had some fabulous results with that.
We market it at a 30 because I think that for a lot of people, they think that 30 is what you would wear every day and 50 is what you wear when you're sitting by the pool, and 40 was just the wrong number. So we've set it at a 30, knowing that our customers will be overprotected as it's a 40, but also by having a good skincare routine and creating those layers, you're going to get even more protection. And I think in Australia, they don't let any brand sell anything over a 30 anyway. I was reading somewhere.
Yeah, it's as I say, it really does depend on your school of thought, because a lot of factor 50s are quite zinky, and that zinc sits on the surface in the skin and actually burns the surface rather than actually
Wow.
protects you. So yeah, it was a few years ago now where there was really high zinc product, and it was burning babies. So you
Right.
just have to be really, as I say, don't take my word for it. You need to find the right one for your skin type and skin tone, and look at your pigments in your skin. The lighter, fairer you are, the higher you go. The darker you are, the lower you go. But even a darker skin, I would still recommend that they don't go lower than a 30.
And my skin is really fair. Without my sports day tan, I am blue. And I use our SPF 30 all year round, and it is fine. I never burn my face.
No.
Can you remind us, I mean, people are confused about how much SPF to put on. Can you remind us how much you should put on?
If you're using our daily DNA defense, we would recommend that you use about a 5p piece for your face and neck, but over the top of your other creams. So Kirsty will try and show you here.
Right, so it's sort of squidge because it's a really
light
emulsion. See how light it is.
It actually leaves your skin feeling like it's got a veil on it rather than a sun cream, I think.
Yeah.
It completely disappears, goes on white, but within minutes it's gone. You are left a little bit shiny for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then but I put that onto my makeup every single day, and it acts like a primer for me.
Brilliant. And you can use it around the eyes too, because people forget their eyes.
You can,
fragrance free.
Fragrance-free.
That was a big thing for us because a lot of people get sensitive eyes because of the fragrance in SPF.
Oh gosh, yes.
And some of them are quite highly fragrant, so we made sure that there was no fragrance added to it. It doesn't block the skin, it doesn't congest the skin, but it also protects your skin from blue light, from smart technology, and also pollution, and helps to repair the DNA of your cells when you come in from the sun. So it's a really good all-rounder. And an award winner this week, I don't know if we're allowed to say this, Woman in Home. Yeah, best SPF for the face. So there we go.
Can't say fairer than that. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for your time this evening. That was a wonderful facial. I can't wait to go away and do mine now. I'm going to take my makeup off. And thank you, Tiffany, for stepping in to tell us your experience. So just to wrap up, so tomorrow we will send you all an email with the recording of this in case you missed any of it or you arrived late and you want to go through the steps again. We'll also be sending you the link to how to make your appointment, which is free, the 20-minute consultation with Donna on the virtual skin bar, and also your 20% discount code if you want to go on and buy anything. But as Donna and Kirsty said, it's really about healthy, glowing skin, and that's really what we all want, isn't it? Just really getting our skin back to the best that it can be. And your skin, honestly, it looks incredible, and it's a real testament to what you do. So
it's by design, it's not by accident.
Well, there you go.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And also I think it helps you through the aging process, and to feel great for your age is, I think, a powerful confidence builder.
I forgot to add that Kirsty is actually 150. She just
Yes, I am on Wednesday. Not quite yet.
Thank you, everyone.
Take care. Thank you. I hope to see you at the skin bar. Bye. And thank you, Victoria. Thank you. Bye.